back, relax, and maybe get yourself a snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hey guys! So I am here today to talk a little bit about Sci-Fi September, which is a readathon being hosted by Becky from Becky Bookworm. I will link her channel down below. I do believe there are some challenges for this readathon besides just reading science fiction in September, but I probably don't have time to do the challenges, sadly. So I'll link you to her video where you can go and check out what the challenges are and any other information that she gives you. But for me, I'm just going to be trying to fit some science fiction reads into September, and that will be me trying to participate in this readathon. So, in order to do that, I decided I was going to go back to the SF Masterworks that I was sent a while back, and I haven't really got very far with reading them. I've read some, but I haven't read that many. So what I decided to do was choose all of the books that begin with the letter A, because that seems like a good start point, which happen to be 3 of the ones that I own. And I want you guys to help me decide which one of these 3 I should read first in the comments below. The ones I have are Auslan, which is by M.J. Eng. As far as I know, this kind of focuses on a dictator who comes to Illinois, Craftsville in Illinois, and he is a warlord from Turkestan who has conquered Russia and America. Quite a feat. And we follow this Auslan character who is sort of changing the way the world is run. We are also following the principal of Craftsville School, and we're also following one of the students of the school called Hunt Morgan. It sounds like it's going to be a pretty interesting read, but definitely a bit out of my comfort zone because I haven't really read an awful lot about dictators in science fiction taking over and changing things, and I wonder where the science fiction elements are going to come into it. I am intrigued, that's for sure, and I would definitely like to give this one a go. And on the back of SF Masterworks, there's always a little bit about the author. So this says that M.J. Eng is called Mary Jane Eng, and she is also a Roman scholar. Her other works include Rainbow Man, Wheel of the Winds, and she is also the author of In the Name of Heaven, 300 Years of Religious Persecution, which sounds like it's maybe one of her Roman works. And in 2009 she was named Author Emerita by the Science Fiction and Fantasy Writers of America, so it definitely seems like she's got a lot under her belt, and I'm excited to try out one of her books, so do let me know in the comments if this is the one you think I should go for. Obviously I'll try and get to more than one if possible, but I have a lot of other things planned for September too. The second one I have as an option is Nicola Griffith's Ammonite, and I have heard of Nicola Griffith before because I think Joe and Rachel from Kalanadi have both read her work before and enjoyed it. And this one is set on another planet which is called Jeep, and on this planet centuries ago the men were wiped out by a virus, so it's just women left living on this planet, and each of the women has changed in some way. We follow an anthropologist called Margie Tyson, and she arrives on the planet to test out a new vaccine for the women there. But as she is risking death to try and uncover the biological secret, she finds that she is also changing in ways that she could never have anticipated, and Jeep has started to kind of become her home, but little does she know that she's actually carrying the seeds of destruction for the entire planet. So, it sounds pretty cool to me. I'm definitely excited to read some of her work because I have actually heard of her, and she is someone that I think a lot of people seem to enjoy. She was born in the 60s and she was born in Yorkshire and currently lives in Seattle. She's won a couple of awards over the years as well, such as the Nebula and the James Tiptree Jr. and World Fantasy Awards, so she's definitely established, and I think she's an author I do need to try out. And the final one I have that begins with A is called Always Coming Home, and this is by Ursula K. Le Guin. I do really enjoy Ursula K. Le Guin's books. I've read a couple of her others that are set in her Hainish cycle. I don't know if this one is. This, I believe, is actually a collection of stories that focus around the Kesh, who I think are one of her alien species. And it says Always Coming Home is not the story of the Kesh, rather it's stories of the Kesh. Songs, stories, poems and recipes. It's no less than an anthropological account of a community that does not yet exist. A tour de France of imagination by one of literature's greatest voices. Obviously Ursula Le Guin is fantastic. I really enjoy her work, but this is a little bit unusual and I don't really know too much about this particular collection. I haven't heard an awful lot about it. It says a long, long time ago in the valleys of what will no longer be called Northern California might be going to have lived a people called the Kesh. So I guess it's set in a future that may or may not happen. And obviously, if you haven't heard of Ursula Le Guin, she's very well known. She is probably one of the leading female science fiction authors, I would say, and her Hainish cycle is what she's particularly well known for. She does write fantasy as well, but I think she's most known for her Hainish cycle books, and I would recommend starting with maybe The Left Hand of Darkness. That's where I started, but any of them you can read because they are, I think, standalone, nearly all of them. But yeah, I would definitely recommend Ursula Le Guin, and I'm very intrigued about this one. It's probably going to be a bit different, but it's quite a long one, this one. This one is around 525 pages, so it's quite a chunky book, but I'm excited to give it a try. So those are all my books that are in the SF Masterworks beginning with A, just the ones I own, and I am definitely looking forward to giving each of them a try. But I need your help to decide which one to go for first, and do let me know if you have any other comments about these different authors, whether you've read their works, what you think of them. Let me know if you're joining in with Sci-Fi September, and don't forget to check out Becky's video where she announces all the challenges that I sadly cannot do, and I will chat to you all very soon in my next video. Bye guys!
Thank you for watching my video today. Go pick up a book, then come back and chat with me again.